So Bitcoin will have the largest market share out there just by the nature of its brand. But Bitcoin Cash, they've got some bright people working on that. I think that's got a lot of potential. Some of these other forks, maybe not so much, but maybe something will happen with a fork.
All right, as you can tell, Tim Draper himself has mentioned Bitcoin Cash, and that is quite interesting. And this is something we've been discussing on our channel for quite some time, that smart money is paying attention very closely to Bitcoin Cash. And he also mentioned forks. If you guys watched in that clip that I've inserted, you can see Bitcoin Cash on the daily time frame is up about 3.4% over the past 24 hours. But if we're looking at it on the weekly time frame as well, it's up 3.6%, while majority of the market is down. So could this really mean that we're about to see a massive reversal happen for Bitcoin Cash? What exactly is so interesting and exciting that I'm talking about? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So if we're looking at the price of Bitcoin Cash as of August 27th, 2023, you guys can see the price of Bitcoin Cash is currently sitting at $196.32. It's up 3.4% over the last 24 hours in USD comparative, also up 3% in Bitcoin comparative over the last 24 hours. Looking at its market valuation, $3.9 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at almost $100 million. But before we jump into the charts, as always, just a quick disclaimer that anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So looking at the price of Bitcoin Cash, if this is your first time coming onto the channel, you guys might not know too much as to what is happening, but Bitcoin Cash has had a great month of June and July. We did see a new yearly high for Bitcoin Cash in the month of July, which was at $332. And last time we did see the price of Bitcoin Cash around that range was all the way back in April of last year. So basically, the significance of this is huge because we did break out of this massive consolidation phase. And now if you want to know where the consolidation phase was, the consolidation phase was below this level of resistance at the $155.80, because we saw the price of Bitcoin Cash pretty much since last June all the way down to this June, pretty much trading right below it, and it finally popped out of there, and we did see that massive explosive move, because if you picked it up around there at that $103, you almost did a 2x. And if you guys watch my updates around this range, I was telling everyone that, these moves that we're seeing happening are not normal. Basically, what that means is that this move was not caused by retail. Retail means small investors. This was moved by, a significant amount of, I think, institutional interest coming in, because smart money is seeing a potential for Bitcoin Cash, especially as far as ETFs are concerned. There's a lot of talks happening that Bitcoin will have its own ETF, and with BlackRock, obviously, it was public, which really caused a lot of excitement that BlackRock has requested, they've proposed from the SEC to approve the Bitcoin ETF, which will take Bitcoin to another level. It will be the easiest thing to obtain Bitcoin. Right now, it's not as easy. Like, let's say, for example, our cousin, they don't know anything about cryptocurrency, and they want to buy Bitcoin. Guess what? They need to go through a fiat gateway, Coinbase, there's so many fiat gateways now. Not only that, then they will have to transfer their funds onto their wallets. People don't understand that. People do not want that. People want simplicity. And in order to get simplicity, you need to get, ETFs approvals such as BlackRock. That's why BlackRock wants to do that Bitcoin ETF approval, because they see the potential that, this has. And obviously, as there's so much talks going around the Bitcoin ETF, this is causing a lot of excitement, and people are looking, and when I mention people, I'm talking about institutions. They're looking at what could potentially be another one that could be appealing to investors as far as digital currency is concerned. And Bitcoin Cash really stands out because, very similar to Bitcoin, it has a very low circulation supply, same total supply, and this will be easy to market. remember, this will be easy to market because people will be looking at the price of Bitcoin, $30,000. People are like, why in the world would we be paying that when we could get something cheaper? And these organizations will be like, well, there's another ETF out there, Bitcoin Cash. You can own a full Bitcoin Cash at $200 a pop rather than picking it up at $30,000. So this can really cause a lot of more eyes on Bitcoin Cash, and that's exactly what's happening. And Tim Draper just specifically mentioning forks and Bitcoin Cash, what that tells me, again, this is my own personal opinion, what that tells me is he's bought Bitcoin Cash. And, that is great to see. Obviously, just the fact that he's mentioned it, because remember, he's a huge investor, very, very successful investors, and a lot of people really, want to know what kind of what kind of assets he has in his portfolio. And I am starting to think that Bitcoin Cash is one of those projects that he has picked up, and I think there could be maybe potentially an ETF that might come for Bitcoin Cash as well. So very exciting to see, this price action that we're seeing happen. Again, this right here potentially again means that there was an institution that picked up a large amount of Bitcoin Cash. But what we're seeing happening right now is, of course, since then, a lot has happened. Bitcoin plummeted. Bitcoin, plummeted down to 26K mark after Elon Musk's SpaceX announced that they no longer hold Bitcoin, and obviously that is going to impact. And there's a lot of negative talks happening within the crypto space. So since its yearly high, we have seen a drop down about 40%. That's quite a healthy correction still, in my opinion, because remember, if you picked it up on June 10th, you're still up 107% on Bitcoin Cash. So really good to see. Obviously, we are holding at some very, very important levels of support. I think Bitcoin Cash has what it takes to really pull some massive gains. And I think there is something happening behind the scenes that is way bigger than a lot of people can even imagine. And if a Bitcoin ETF were to be approved and they were to say that there is a Bitcoin Cash ETF as well, this can really send the price of Bitcoin Cash to another level that no one can even picture, in my personal honest opinion. Because let me tell you something right now you may be saying, why aren't they not just approving the Bitcoin Cash ETF? Why are they not making that announcement that there could be a Bitcoin Cash ETF? The reason as to why they're not doing that is because they know accumulation is still happening. Look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart. We're still in this dark blue zone. That indicates fire sale. We're still in the accumulation zone. And these institutions, which is considered smart money, they know what they're doing. The cheaper they accumulate, the better it is. But once market starts heating up, Bitcoin halving happens, that's when I personally think they might come out and make an announcement that, boom, we have acquired Bitcoin Cash and there is a Bitcoin Cash ETF coming in the way that could really take things to another level. And, that is quite interesting to see. Let me know what you guys think with my take. But I really like what I'm seeing with Bitcoin Cash right now. As long as we stay above this $154 level of support, I'm totally fine with that. But obviously, let's not forget that the entire market is down right now. But on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin Cash is one of the projects that is up. So is something coming? Maybe nothing, possibly. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you guys tomorrow in crypto.